The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "The Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised." Then he said to all, "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. What profit is there for one to gain the whole world, yet lose or forfeit himself?" The Gospel of the Lord. We are now in the heart of Lent, journeying with our Lord into the desert for 40 days of fasting, prayer, of spiritual battle. Yesterday was a glorious day, as we all know. We started with Ash Wednesday. We easily had about 2,000 people here spread out over the 5 masses. And between myself and the deacons, our elder server, we practically smeared about 2,000 foreheads yesterday. I was overjoyed when I saw all those people. It is true that many of them aren't practicing Catholics. We consider those people that come to Mass once, twice a year. And many, in fact, you can tell by people's body language whether they're comfortable in church or not. Years and years of going to church, you can tell who's comfortable and who aren't even Catholic. In fact, there were many non-Catholics there as well. You can just tell how they carry themselves in church. You pick it up over time. But I was overjoyed to see everybody here that was here yesterday. Because I knew, whatever background they were, that there's a spark yet in them. That the world hasn't smothered their faith yet. For whatever reason, they just came to church. Because they knew that something said, Ash Wednesday is important, so I go to church, go to St. Mary's. And now this is where you and I come in. Because all of those people who came to church yesterday, who don't normally come, they will now wake up on Sunday morning and they will decide, should I go back to church or not? And we must pray for them, for us who have faith. Jesus, light them on fire. Jesus, give them a deeper faith. Jesus, move them. Because as we see here, Jesus says, if anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. When Jesus says this, we get it. Why aren't most people practicing Christians? Why are we not more intensifying our faith for our Lord? Well, because as we see here, we know that it is hard to follow Jesus. Because if I want to follow Jesus more intensely, more radically, you know what that means? It means that I must kill my ego, deny myself, and faithfully follow him. It is the same sentiment which Moses now tells the people in the first reading today. So this context of the book of Deuteronomy, which we just heard, the Jewish people are coming to the end of 40 years. They've been 40 years in the desert. And Moses, for the last 40 years, had been forming them, teaching them, revealing to them God's plan and God's will for them. And now they're about to enter the Holy Land, where they're about to have a whole host of new temptations. And Moses is telling them, all right, you're about to enter into the Holy Land, and I beg you, obey the commandments of God. For I have set before you a path of life, and if you don't follow the path, what's going to happen is that you're going to die. I've set before you life, in the words of Moses, prosperity or demise. And if I choose the path of following God, I must deny myself. I get it why people don't want to practice the faith. I get it why people don't want to come to Mass. I get it why people don't want to love Jesus with all of the heart, mind, and strength. I get it. Why? Because it is a harder path. As hard as Lent is, we gain more. For even Jesus, he says towards the end, he says, what profit is there to gain the whole world and all of its riches and power and glory, and yet lose our soul? Lent should be hard. The Christian life should be hard, because it means that I am no longer the center of the universe. Pray for all of those people that came to church yesterday, that the battle which rages in their own hearts will be won by Jesus Christ.